Well, greetings again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, and the stupendous Steve Frazier.
Thank you.
And we are starting a commentary series on the Conjuring films, just the main ones, not all the spin-offs, but...
well, we don't know that yet.
So far, this is the plan. We get desperate for stuff, maybe we'll go into weird areas.
Or maybe we'll stop at just this one.
Lord knows. But guys, if you do have a copy of the original film from 2013... get your timestamp over to 0, turn your subdials to follow along with us, and we'll get synced up with the countdown very shortly here. So, hope you enjoyed the ride. So, in 3, 2, 1, play.
I'm sorry, sir, did you say 2013?
Yes.
This feels like fucking yesterday. What? 11 years ago?
Yes.
Shut up. I do miss the new line, the old, jingle that they had.
Yeah.
It was a great little musical intro.
Yeah, that was old back in the Bob Shea days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's long gone.
R.I.P. Bob Shea days.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten already that it starts off with the close-up of the doll.
Yeah.
So, well, here we go. The Annabelle case.
Well, like you, I thoroughly remember sitting. One of these things, I remember the exact theater, I remember the exact experience. Saw it on opening night, Friday, and man, this thing just really got the heart going.
You know, I don't think I watched this until it came out on video.
The one I didn't see in the theater was the third one because of virus stuff.
Was that in COVID years?
Yeah.
I know I watched 2 and 3 at home. I feel like I watched this one at home also. I did see The Nun sequel or spin-off in...
That one just came out like last year or something.
No, that was another...
Nun 2 came out last year.
Yeah. I saw the original one, Nun, in a theater.
That one was quite a few years back.
So, like, good setup here.
Yeah.
And this is based on a real story, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly is the emphasis word on.
I mean, I don't believe in any of this shit.
The Warren stuff. Yeah, I mean.
So here's why. Again, I've always said, scary movies are scary to me because it could happen to me.
Right.
And I don't believe in any of this stuff.
Sure.
And so, like, to me, it's all fiction.
Sure.
So, I have a hard time buying in to the ghost story aspect.
Right.
Because I don't believe that this could happen to me.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean that it's not a well-told story.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, you can tell me a story that I don't believe in, and I'll invest.
Right.
But you don't get that extra, like, terror.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
The Strangers is the scariest goddamn movie of all time.
Sure.
Because...
And they keep trying to ruin it.
Well, they do. Because The Strangers could literally happen to me tonight.
Right.
At home.
Sure.
Whereas I don't believe any of this could.
Sure.
But, okay, that being said, let's let them tell us a story. We're along for the ride.
Yeah.
The doll is somehow knocked on the door after write crayon, Annabelle and the red crayon all over the room. Annabelle's able to write notes in better handwriting than I have.
How do you decide what the penmanship is of a demonic toy?
I don't know. Demonic Toys is the one. Did you ever see that?
That's one of those Charlie Band flicks.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the one where the doll said, I can walk, I can talk, I can even shit my pants. Which I remembered so distinctly from being a child.
That sounds like a Charlie Band movie for certain.
All right. Now this guy's speaking my language.
Yeah.
Ghosts don't possess powers.
Yeah.
There never was an Annabelle.
Yeah. But, man, these two top-level actors.
Have they made $1 billion personally on this franchise because it feels like they have.
They ought to, man. They're worth it. And I've never seen Patrick Wilson hit a false note in anything I've ever seen him in. And Vera, she's so good.
Well, clearly it got inside the doll then, because your logic's already faulty, bitch. Sorry, I don't want to just shit on this movie. Because I really do enjoy this movie. I just enjoy it on a peripheral, like, outsider, big picture view level than I do, you know. And I'm sure everyone out there is going, well, Frage, you idiot. Like, of course, Pet Sematary couldn't happen to you.
Yeah.
But it's presented as a supernatural event that happens to people that don't believe in supernatural events. You know what I mean? It doesn't start off as, we're investigators of paranormal.
Right.
I hope people understand the distinction.
Yeah. Well, let me lay out. Yeah, a lot of the war and stuff is like really exaggerated. It's like so many of their cases. There's a lot of holes you can shoot in them about stuff like that. I mean, we'll get into it more in the second one because they touch on Amityville in that regard. But a lot of their notoriety stemmed from the Amityville case, which is a complete hoax. It's totally bullshit.
Amityville?
Yeah. The entire thing is there's a crock. So I was like, So I was like, I could just kind of like, okay, whatever. Pushing aside the truth of it, again, like I said, we're trying to tell a good story here. We'll exaggerate elements.
Great title sequence.
Yeah, it feels kind of 70s. The whole film has that 70s sensibility.
It's perfect. The feeling that I get when I watch this movie is so like 70s and just... like, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Production design.
Fuck
me, Academy. Get on board with horror.
Yeah, the production design. The coloring of the film.
Yes.
It's not entirely sepia tone, but it's a little bit more desaturated a little bit. It's a little bit more muted, so it's a little bit on the edge of something you would be shooting back in those times.
And the mom character, or actress, I never remember her name.
Lili Taylor.
Yes, Lili Taylor. I think she was on 6 Feet Under, if I remember correctly.
She was in Ransom. The Sinise. That dog don't want to go nowhere near this place, man. Trust the dog.
I love that.
The dog knows what's going on, man.
That is great. I am correct. Lili Taylor was on 6 Feet Under. Great HBO show. Great. Love that shot.
Yeah. Love the camera work.
It was almost a nod to the chainsaw shot, right? Like under the swing.
The farmhouse, yeah.
Yeah, under the swing, under the couch going up the stairs. This is a great tracking shot. Just tracks through the whole house.
Now, interestingly, this is shot by the brother of the cinematographer from the film we just did the commentary on for Dawn.
His brother did this?
Yes.
Get out of here.
John Leonetti, who also is a good cinematographer, but he can't direct worth a shit. He directed Annabelle.
Well,
he directed Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He directed Wish Upon. Like, nothing that's ever got a single good review about itself is anything that he's directed, but he can shoot a film like no one's business.
Look at that ring that she probably took out of a box of cereal. That's so good.
Tree man.
This whole the aesthetic, that location. All right, well, the pragmatist in me is like, stop playing fucking games and open some boxes, right? Like, we got shit to do around here.
Right. Joy needs a new paint job.
Right.
You got some
right.
mildew somewhere.
Put these kids to work, dude. The clap game I like. This I think that this is a great way to introduce the
family, the kids.
Well, also the clap game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it comes into play later on in such a good way.
Yeah. And gives you a little geography of the entire place, too.
A little bit, yeah.
It's serving all nice little functions.
Also, it sets up the
boarded up basement.
Right. Which I feel like maybe they would have known about. Like, who opens this little Harry Potter closet and says, oh, look, it doesn't go anywhere?
Yeah, sure. We know there's holding back some shit on you.
What a dad thing to do, to flip the light switch like 5 times. When it doesn't work the first time, make sure to jiggle it just a little bit. Love that piano. I mean, I love the production design on the rotted piano.
Sure. Like there's so much evocative of The Changeling, the George C. Scott film. It's going to change a little bit because up in that one, it's like him up in the attic and he finds his closed off entire room or whatnot where the kid got killed.
I like an old trunk that they have there.
Apparently, they were trying to get this thing made for like, I don't know, like 10, 15 years or something like that. They had a script that was flying around and no one was really biting on it. They would kind of get partway into something, then kind of fall off, and here and there and everywhere. But once Juan signed on the whole thing, it really started getting its traction up. I mean, the fact that James Wan has made 3 horror franchises. He gave us Saw, he gave us Insidious, and he gives us this. Like, this guy's... So, some people kind of view him more like, oh, he's just a popcorn horror movie director for the masses. He's not. They don't kind of put him in the same category as like the bigs, the greats.
Like a Craven or a Carpenter.
Yeah, some people kind of look him a little more fluff or whatnot. But he deserves a lot more. He's good. He's very good at craft.
I would agree. I mean, and he did Dead Silence, which is a fun little movie.
Death Sentence. I think that was. Kevin Bacon, I think that
sounds right.
It was hitting off in a couple of different genres.
Now he's got these bruises.
Almost like a carte blanche guy. He can pretty much do whatever he feels like because he's got so much behind him.
Right. I have a friend, Christy, who worked in the movie business for a cup of coffee, and she did some work for the casting, I think, of Dead Silence.
Okay.
And so I was like, "Oh, did you meet James Wan?" And she's like, "Yes." And she says, "I have a photo of him with him at a Halloween party."
Cool.
So she's shown me this photo of her with James Wan, and you really wouldn't know that it's him because he's in a Halloween costume.
Sure.
But it's like, that's pretty cool that here's your picture with James Wan. So, shout out to Christy. Of course you're down there. Why? Everybody should be down there exploring every nook and cranny of this place. I want a full manifest
Yes.
of every piece.
Yes.
I mean, it's literally like a quarter of the house that they've gotten for free
Sure,
that they didn't
yeah.
know about, space-wise anyway. They didn't want it so much that they boarded it up. These are the haunted items in our house, so
Sure.
we're just gonna stack the bodies in the basement and leave
Yeah.
quietly. The old farmhouse sink. That dog is fucking terrifying. But I guess it's very comparable for a 1970s stuffed animal, or 1971 or whatever. Like, they didn't have the shit that we have now.
Yeah.
I love this low shot,
Yeah.
because she can only be, what, 6 or 7?
Sure. Even that. Uh-oh.
Dog said you shouldn't go in the house. Monroe, Connecticut. Connecticut.
Good look on him, man. He looks right out of 71.
Yeah. Now,
Polyester.
here's where... Okay, right here.
Yeah.
These two sentences set up an endless anthological
Yeah,
possibility.
yes.
You can literally tell the story of any object in this
Yes.
room and have it be a sequel.
Yes.
Sequel money.
Yeah. Sounds like Friday the 13th, the series. Cursed Antiques.
Yeah, there you go. Now, on the surface, like, that's a great explanation.
Yeah.
The genies are all in these bottles.
Yeah, they're caught within the physical object.
Which also means that every other piece in this room is a conduit, like that
Yeah.
rotary telephone and that metal serving plate.
Yeah.
Like, what's the story that metal serving platter dealt us? Like, I want to hear that story. Don't tell me about the doll.
I like this shot, man. Doing with reflection and everything. We'll keep the doll in frame. People know what they're doing, man.
It's got to be hard, right? That's a tricky shot to keep both
yeah.
in focus like that.
In focus and make sure you got the lighting right and it's going to reflect the right way.
Love the lighting on that.
Yeah.
With the idea being that any of those things could jump into her. Why wouldn't they jump into him? Or Mr. 70s reporter guy.
Toucan.
Yeah.
Turn to a demonic parakeet.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't. Nobody wants that.
Methadone clinic.
He used a goddamn cherry bomb. Every once in a while, I'll find myself just yelling out, "Jesse!" Just for fun.
Sure.
Clue was a treasure.
Yes, he was. Just watched Return of the Living Dead not too long ago.
Excellent choice. Always impressed by the half dog. Return of the Living Dead available in our archives here if you want to go back and watch that shenanigans. Did we do that for a 4th of July release, I think? Or was it an anniversary? I don't remember.
I don't know what we did. We just did it because it was
because it was fun.
It was worthwhile. Might have been like 35th anniversary or something.
Yeah, I don't remember. I thought there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
Every house had a blanket crocheted by somebody.
Oh yeah.
My mom did them. My grandma did them.
Oh yeah.
Just got a very unique look.
Mm-hmm.
In a good way. Like it.
Yeah.
How could she be grabbing your foot if she's over there?
Mm.
Here's your static again. We were talking in the last one, if you didn't listen to that one, about how static is not a common thing you see on TVs anymore.
Yeah.
You either get a blank screen or solid color.
Yeah.
You don't even get color bars anymore.
No.
Like, that was the difference. The in-between,
Sure.
right? Like, in between the static and now is the color bars.
Sure, yeah.
20th Century Fox going off the air at midnight after playing the national anthem.
Sure.
TV guide there on the TV, on the console TV, which is great.
Franklin Stanza.
I love a good TV guide. It was the most widely published, circulated magazine in the U.S. for years and years.
What a panel. It's classy.
Right, yeah, you gotta hide the knobs and the buttons. Nobody wants to see that shit. I wonder if this is a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nobody living in the house to occupy it.
Sure.
Do the ghosts thud around like this? It's the tree falls in the forest
Yes,
thing,
it
right?
is.
So
who knows?
like I don't understand. This is the part of me that is a non-believer. Like, just laughs. Like, do the ghosts just bounce around the house when there's nobody in it? And then, or do they wait because now they want to be seen? You throw a little again on there, and all of a sudden it's a pre-existing condition.
Right.
So there's backstory that's built in, just with that one word.
Yeah.
Right?
Oof.
Awesome. The images that they're showing me are creepy.
Even this wardrobe's kind of creepy. It looks gothic to me.
Right.
Good.
Fucking Narnia on the other side there. But that was really a Jesus story, and I don't believe in that either. So, Narnia, whatever. It took me 2 or 3 films into that series to realize that it was about Jesus, and I was like, oh, I was so disappointed.
And they just gave up.
Yes. Anyway, the imagery, like, oh, look at this shot.
Yeah, the camera work on this thing is hot.
What I'm seeing is visually scary. Mm-hmm. So it's,
sound design so much.
I love the ends. I just don't like the means, if
Sure.
that makes sense.
I gotcha.
Is that a lunch pail that he's got? Because that's great. Mm-hmm. Oops. The old bird flew into the window trick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good animatronic that they got there. What a mom thing to do. Can you imagine having 4 daughters?
Oh,
Fuck
boy.
me. Jesus. Five daughters.
All on a trucker's salary. Or wage, whatever he's earning.
I like that she's got this little toy thing, which is super creepy. Like, everything about this is so creepy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. It really kind of shows that it was something that probably dug up from the basement, because it is kind of grungy and everything.
Well, I don't know. She found it in the backyard.
Oh, backyard.
Well, she was playing with it by the tree, remember?
Okay.
That was before anybody went down in the basement.
Intriguing.
I love that. There was just a little twinge of,
Yeah.
wait, is she seeing something?
Yeah. Checking out the wallpaper on this one. Trying to discern. the
Yeah,
pattern.
it's very like
elephants and such.
Is it? Oh, it is elephants, isn't it?
Yeah, just kind of an animal.
Animal like print. Oh, circusy.
Yeah.
I see like a big top maybe, which goes along with the toy that she's playing with. So
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Sure.
Maybe the toy was in her room.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of Oregon Trail-ish, but I guess I was wrong. It's more Pee-wee's Big Top.
Sure.
Big Top Pee-wee, I think was the name of the movie, not the other way around, but all right. Not as good.
Yeah.
Not as good. Big Adventure is really the way to go.
Yeah. I like the camera work so much. I like that they're keeping it a little unsteady here. It's more handheld than...
Yeah, it's shaky.
More than... Not steady. Doesn't feel like steady cam. Feels like he's just doing it handheld to keep it in sync with what she's experiencing in the scene.
Right, because she's fumbling blindly,
Yeah.
and the camera is as well. I mean, that's a great little thing, right? Like, this is so intense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Is this one of those?
And it's even more so for the audience because you saw the arms.
The arms come out. Right. Are the children all named after other people? Like, are we to read into the names? Are they homage?
I'm not aware of anything.
That one's name is April. Is that
April.
correct? Okay, that doesn't
I think
sound.
another one was Christine.
Christine and Nancy. Anytime anybody's named Nancy, I just think it's an homage.
Yeah.
Nobody names their kid Nancy.
That's a good looking shot.
Fuck, that tree is great.
Yeah, the fog. All from a 5-second shot, it just adds so much.
So much.
Probably took them an hour to set that up too. At
The
least.
fog shot, yeah.
Bare minimum, just the fog alone.
Is that are those 45s there on the left?
Like it, yeah.
Wow, I'm sorry. I was looking. They are 45s. The kid's getting yanked around by the toe, and I'm looking at her record collection. Like, it really pulled on her, which is so great. I find it disconcerting that all the 45s are in that gimmick without their sleeves.
Yeah.
They're just loose.
Don't get stretched.
Like, clearly that object was made to hold records.
There's a record player right next to it.
Right.
So.
Just, I would feel more secure if they were in a paper sleeve.
Yes.
Here I'm just talking about record collections over this scary
sequence.
Right. That's classic me. This is what it's like to go to the movies with me. Although I'm very silent when I watch a movie.
Yeah.
Like, if Nick and I were to go watch a new movie together in the theater, there'd be no talking.
Barely a word between us the whole time.
Right. But these are the things that go through my mind.
Yeah.
This platform just gives me a way to
move, man. Damn it.
Oh, so good.
This sequence, all the shit, the dark, man. Well, the fact that he doesn't have to really show you much of anything. It's just like
there's nothing there.
It's all camera work. It's all the camera work and the music, the sound design. Like I said, it's craft. There's a lot of horror films out there just have no idea how to do craft.
Look at her face.
Oh yeah. That's acting, man. You're acting against nothing. You're just imagining what the scene is in your head.
This girl's what, 10?
Probably.
If that.
Nice and dark over there.
Right, like even as
you can't see shit.
Me, I'm like, wait, is there really something there?
Right.
I don't know. See, look at her record collection in the wall there.
Yeah.
See, or maybe they're books. Maybe those are books. Never mind.
Maybe.
I was like, see how well displayed and protected they are?
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry, back to the dark corner.
Ooh.
Look at her eyes.
Oh, God damn it, yeah. God damn it, right now. I'm getting it.
You are?
I got a chill right up my
Get out of here. The lighting is great. I mean, I'm not afraid, but her acting is reacting.
Oh, yeah, it's all her. It's all, 90% of the scene is her. If she ain't terrified of it, how can you be you can't be more terrified of it than she is.
Yes, that's a great point. This little girl.
Oh, yeah, she's stellar.
Like, where the fuck are you at, Academy, for recognizing child actors in horror movies?
I've heard some people suggest maybe there should be like a child actor Oscar category or something. Like under a certain... It's a little debatable for me.
Yeah.
I get the impulsion for it. But it'd be hard to get enough contenders every year to make it that much of a thing to have it under, like, I don't know, whatever age you want to cut it off at.
Right. Like, I don't know where...
Under 14 or whatever they want to roll for.
Right. Because, like...
Because then it kind of feels weird. Okay, now Not that 30 years old, oh, you won the Best Child Actor Oscar. How you really want to promote that? It's just weird. It's something that seems too constrictive.
I feel like
that.
it takes away from people like, the girl from Paper Moon.
Tremblay.
Right.
From Room.
What Jodie Foster was nominated at 15 for Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I get it. I mean, there are some who are incredible and just a stiff competition to go against the much more seasoned actors who've got the bigger roles. But yeah.
It's been a long time since we've gone back to these two.
Yeah. But I like how with this film, how they structured and fleshed out and balanced the story. Everyone has their own time to flesh themselves out.
I also really like that they busted a myth in one of their stories.
Yeah, that's good.
Man, she's getting fucked up.
Oh, yeah. I'd always get like, okay, go to a doctor and they'd probably say maybe it's nerves and maybe it's some sort of like hives or something. Maybe it's environmental from the new house.
Maybe the guy gets arrested for beating her up. Although if he's gone,
at a certain era, it could happen.
It's a fucking quilt for a robe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happened to robes being, like, soft and fuzzy?
As I mentioned, this place probably gets well cold.
I would bet so, yeah.
All that wood is very conducive to cold
right,
air.
and an old drafty house.
Big, spacious house, yeah. This is such a 70s haunted house.
It's so good. Everything about this is great.
They probably looked at enough of those old films. And so we need something with that exact staircase, the nice open sort of second floor balcony of sorts that wraps around. I mean, it's all exactly on the money.
That's a really great shot. Like, how did you pull that off?
Mm-hmm.
Again, if I'm asking, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Like, that means you're good at your craft,
right.
To your point. And it was very simple for them to just look over the staircase and show it intact first. And it's not even something you're thinking about.
Right.
It just plants the geography.
Right.
So that when it all goes awry, you have a frame of reference.
Yeah. And furthermore, to your point of production design, I think this is all just a soundstage. I think they built they didn't go to a real house. They went and built this, at least the interior stuff, on a soundstage. So the stressing of everything in the entire house looks very authentic. Even the radiator looks appropriately rusted.
Right. The chicken picture.
It's all the detail.
Good cock on the wall is great.
But yeah, magnificent work.
Like, how does nobody watch this and think, I should nominate this for production design?
Oh, yeah. Cinematography, I'd say, too. I mean, I like all the free-flowing camera movements. There's some very inventive movements as well.
I also really like that this movie knows when to shut up.
Yeah.
On the music.
Oh, yeah. Play the silence.
Some people really overdo
the sound effects,
dramatic, like, background,
rumblings
score.
and everything.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Right on the nose. Oh.
Ow, shit, that's a hell of a bump.
It's not when we're underpaid that day.
Ow. And we already know she bruises easily. I mean...
I'm just glad she's wearing that thick, padded
Right.
robe.
Right. Good job, lady, putting on that bedspread. So who moved all this shit around? Is that what she's observing? Is that they did not move the stuff around and now there's...
Supposedly.
Like, that's freaky.
No, there we go.
This is a fairly iconic image, right?
It's on the cover of the Blu-ray.
It's on the cover of the Blu-ray? It is the cover of the Blu-ray. Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Like, at that point, now you know it's on.
And...
You know we're playing around.
But then, you know, me, I start going, well, how come you can see her hands sometimes, but not the rest of her? Or him.
Or it.
Or it. Or they, them.
This. It's a Who poster.
Yes, it is. The Who, Tommy. Is that accurate?
It should be.
I didn't think Tommy came out before 71. I could be wrong.
'69.
Get out of here!
May of '69. You're cooking them out early.
Now I like this because here's the scene where the non-believer gets proof.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I also think it's interesting that the ghosts are happening, quote unquote, to two different children.
Sure.
One in each bedroom.
Yeah.
I suppose. And is it the youngest one that has her own bedroom? Like, why doesn't the oldest one have the single bedroom?
That's peculiar.
It is.
Oh, this is good.
Jesus.
Oh, hell.
She did that.
Oh, there we go.
Hello. How convenient that he was just pulling up in his little truck. Like, now if there's a ghost down here, how is there the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe up here? Now there's a good little musical background, right? That just creates a...
Yeah. Whoa.
Am I correct that the scene here where she asks for help and gets their buy-in is the midpoint, I would assume, right?
Probably close to it. It's an hour 50. We're up 45 almost.
So that would be 90, so we need 10 more minutes, right? No, we need...
100 minutes. Under 110.
We need...
55.
Okay, so we need 10 more minutes before the true midpoint on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you'll be here for a while.
Like, I don't even know if you could have these kinds of seminars now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I know they're in college, so it's different.
Right,
it's different.
Right.
I guess you can. If you're in college, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I like this part too. I love that they have her in, just, they don't focus on her.
Right.
Like, if you saw her, you got it. But if you didn't see it, now you know.
Now I know it. Check this, the costume design, all this stuff.
The costumes are brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like that they've made Lili here look
a little worn.
Right, like they've given, I don't know, I assume she's wearing makeup, but
maybe a little bit, yeah.
It's makeup to make her look like she's haggard and not wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Got a little Brady Bunch.
Uh-huh.
I was a Jan fan. Jan fan. I always like the middle kid.
Okay.
In almost all the scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the middle kid is often the closest to an only child because, like, all of the attention is either focused on the first one or the last one, and you're the forgotten one.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you're the closest to I'm an only child.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like I identify with the middle kids because they're just kind of forgotten about. I'm really kind of fascinated by the look of the casting on the girl with the foot and that saw the ghost in the corner.
Okay.
Because she's got a very unique facial features. I mean, it could be a gas leak. It could be a dead rodent as well.
Sure.
This is really well acted on his part, right?
Yeah.
Like he's listening to the information with skepticism, but then
processing it.
Slowly, like, acknowledging that, this actually fits a pattern that I don't want to tip my hand to, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And trying to not present it in a way where it would, trying to be ominous about it. It's like, okay, I'm trying to be as straight with it.
Great
Wilson's
photo.
Performance, he's trying to be on the level with them, saying, this could be this, but we need to do a certain analytical process and everything. It's not jumping to a conclusion like, this is this, and we need to start panicking and do this, that, and everything. It's very much a measured response. A nice piece of work. I mean, the lighting, the cinematography work.
In the opening crawl there, it said something about her being a renowned clairvoyant. Yeah. What a stupid thing to say. Like, why didn't you move? You just moved here, but why didn't you just run away?
I ain't got no fucking money to go nowhere. It's a great piece of work there.
Again, this is a tracking shot or a single take.
Yeah. Again, it's a single income family with a lot of family, and who knows how much this guy earns running a truck whenever he gets a commission.
It does seem like he's home not a lot.
Yeah.
Rory's a great name. Shout out to Rory Culkin and his beautiful face and his beautiful hair. I love this toy. I'm very curious to know if this is a like a real old toy that they found in a thrift store somewhere, or if they created this item for the movie.
I would probably imagine it's a little bit in between, like they were inspired by something in like an old book or something like that. And they kind of fashion it off the top of something else.
Again, this camera work, right?
Yeah. Oh.
So good. All right, logic check. Why can the one kid see the dead kid and nobody else can? Because it was in her room?
Possibly.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm both asking and being sarcastic at the same time.
Sure.
I don't know where this location is, but it's fucking awesome.
I think I read they shot in North Carolina.
I could see that.
Yeah.
North Kakalaki.
Your tax breaks over there for films. Yeah, that'll give you a bad night's sleep. Body hanging from the frickin' tree.
I think a hanging is one of the most effective, like, scary deaths.
Oh.
Like visuals, right?
We'll get to that with Sinister later this year.
Yes, we will.
Holy hell.
Did you see The Exorcism of Emily Rose?
Have not
That's
yet.
a fucking great movie.
I gotta see that, because again, that's Derrickson.
I'm talking.
Tom Wilkinson.
It's a 10. It's got my girl from Dexter in it, who is also in Quarantine, which is so awful.
There it is. Yeah.
So she's the gal up on the
Yeah.
wardrobe. And then maybe Rory is the one sticking his hand through the walls. I don't remember. Did you rewatch this recently?
No, it's been about 2.5 years.
Okay. It's probably been 5 for me. Well, right now
I'd say
we're...
roughly about this one, like, okay, they're doing the tour through the house, and they're kind of both coming to the same sort of... They're coming together here. First was the investigation being maybe unconvinced. A little bit kind of analyzing and trying to see if it's true or not. Now they've got at least enough evidence that something really bad's going down here. So this is going to be like... Warrens are now going to be...
on their side. They've chosen to...
proceed with further measures.
Okay. Because I could see the idea of them approaching the Warrens as the midpoint.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that we've gone to now they're on a team.
As both families are kind of equal in being leads of the film.
Right.
They all both have an equal portion of the story to tell. They're both part of the whole thing. It feels nice that them coming together towards the same goal is that point where we move the film from.
So that was our midpoint.
Yeah.
Maybe not right to the minute,
now that the Warrens have seen what they've seen and experienced a little bit further beyond that, they kind of understand
they've committed
a little bit more of what's going on underneath. Now the story moves forward to where we can have a point of objective. Look at this wallpaper. Yikes.
That is bad. That's bad.
That's cranking it all the way up. Sort of marble stairs. Interesting.
They got none of her testimony. How is he not more upset about that? You know what I mean? Bathsheba? I don't know where you're finding all of this out. I mean, I guess there were newspaper articles and stuff, but like, it's 1971. How are you figuring out all of this?
You know, down, look at the microfiche.
The microfiche, sure. I mean, I've done that. But...
Yeah.
Did they say what happened to Rory just there?
Or something they've gone to.
And now the tape has started over.
Yeah.
With suddenly new voices on it. Like, that's... Come on. Like, it's fine if you're telling me a story, but then you can't introduce new information like this. The clock stopping at 3:07 is a good touch. I like that. The old go in and pull back at the same time. Whatever they call that shot.
Retroactive zoom.
That was a Hitchcock thing, right?
Yeah. Nice stang.
I like this Drew guy.
He's got a nice jacket.
Yes, he does. He does. He's a very, very helpful boy. Now, you can't shoot a ghost, but you can take a picture of it, is what you're trying to sell me? There's that circus theme again.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. This is another great edit.
Yeah, just
where
the
they
whole
just circle
panning
it.
shot.
Right.
Wonderful.
And what is the cop there for?
I don't know. Just a hobby.
I guess. I mean...
He's not gonna slap some cuffs on the fucking thing.
Well, no, and that's like, is he there as like an official
safety or something?
Right, like just to prove like
objective.
Right, objective
credible,
observer.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Airbrush George Costanza's out of there.
Well,
it looks like the same photo backdrop. Listen with Kruger.
Well, you gotta go to the J.C. Penney, and you gotta go to the little photo thing where you get your family portraits taken. It's like the school picture, right? Where they had the big backdrop with the little stars on it and shit, the colored. Excuse me. They're trying to sell it as an actual location, but no.
Not that photo, no. No.
No, that's not a real sky.
No.
Gross. Wash your hands, lady. Oh, yeah. You see the heart eyes emoji that just happened right there on her face?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know how gross it would be to... Like, have you ever seen those videos of people going through hotel rooms with black lights?
Yeah.
Like, you'll never want to stay in a hotel ever again.
Let's have a beat of levity there.
Right. It is nice, right? To just give a little chuckle so that...
Yeah.
Because now it's tense again.
Yeah.
I've got a tickle in my throat, which is awful. I apologize. Holy water. Lots of Jesus on that. And what makes it holy water? It's been blessed by
a priest,
somebody? And what makes the priest so special that he can turn the water into good water?
I don't know, you have to ask one.
There's a tinkling, according to the subtitles. Well, now we've literally witnessed it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that photo was taking, or camera was taking a photo of, because the thing was only half open.
Sure.
Like a photo of a half open door, you're not going to see anything except the door. So, when they were going over the lore,
sure.
I know they said that the woman hung herself for Satan, and
the kid drowned.
Oh, the kid! I was going to ask, what was the story with the kid?
I think the kid drowned.
He drowned
in the lake there.
Okay, because then they said that she killed herself in the basement because she was grieving the death of the kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I got that. I just missed the part where they said what happened to the kid, Rory.
Yeah.
I like the name Rory. If I had a kid, that would be on the list of names that I would consider. But that ain't never going to fucking happen, so never mind. I'm going to get a cat named Rory.
Ooh.
Can you imagine the amount of money that these two people, the real life Warrens, made, like, selling a bill of goods to anybody that would listen?
Sure.
You know, what a con. And what a...
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of debate over the stuff they've purported over the years. That's why it's like, okay, shove that off to the side. I'm just here for a good movie. Just tell me something that's entertaining. I don't care if it's true or not. It's inconsequential.
I just think, like, how much money could I make duping people? Like, is that a thing?
Like the film camera, the crank going around.
I like it. Is that a pear he's eating? I think it's a pear. That doesn't look like a Granny Smith.
Oh.
I like a good pear. Pancakes. In a cast iron pan. That's interesting. I want ice cream later on. Is it weird for this family to just have, like, 4 non-families spend the night and then all have breakfast and then the kids are smiling and it's like, it feels very weird. Like, I feel like if this was set in a more modern time, they would be like, nobody's staying in my house with my daughters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the hot Asian guy who's clearly trying to bone the daughter. Or the assistant. Is that yet another assistant?
I don't know. She looked different from everyone else.
Yeah, I
sure.
thought
It was
so.
a little hard to tell.
How many people are in this? Is there anybody left in this house? That's kind of a cool shot.
Yeah.
Storm just come out of nowhere. Nobody hangs laundry on a clothesline anymore either.
Oh,
that's amazing. And it went up into the room.
Right up.
Into the window. Fuck yes. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, I may not believe it, but there's some great shit in this. And it's creepy.
Oh, yeah. This too.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Now, this is a fun little turn of events, right?
Yeah.
Like, you spend the entire movie assuming that it's going to be like
the kids,
the girls.
Yeah. Well, it's been the subtle thing of, like, just a few little bruises, and we've gone just a bit long enough to just kind of make it less of a prominent thing in your mind to remember. We went a night where there was no activity, and things kind of playing it quiet, lull you down a little bit, then kind of bring it right back up.
Sure. Wonder what the last year of production on a Dodge Monaco station wagon was. I'm going to see if I can look this up. God, I fucking love this stuff. Was the dad character, was this actor in other things like that?
Ron
you know?
Livingston. Sure, it has been. I just not off the top of my head. No, Office Space.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of.
Swingers adaptation, Boardwalk Empire. He's gotten well around.
The Monaco was introduced in 1965.
Okay.
And then it changed looks over the years and ran all the way until 1992.
Yikes.
In various forms.
That's about when the station wagon started dying out.
Well, it wasn't always a station wagon either.
Okay.
It was a full-size car. It was...
Okay, so they might have had a
like they've changed
variation
the... Right,
on it.
they changed the look of it over the years, yeah. So I don't know... It was a fairly new car here. If it debuted in 65, and then this was 71, so...
Yeah, solid.
No less than 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Those old glass coffee mugs. I like the ceramic better than the glass.
Mm.
Glass gets too hot. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's got a handle on it for a reason,
Sure.
but... chances are they have that exact same pattern, like it came as a set, on their dishes,
Oh, yeah.
what have you. Good little kitchen curtain there with the cute little flower pattern on it. The chair rocking by itself.
Yeah.
What a great little touch. I'm still confused as to why there's a cop here. He looks great, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's got to be evening,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly late evening, and he's still in his button-down shirt.
Yeah. That's great. And it's great so much that he didn't just throw in a musical stinger. It's like, oh, got to jump scare you.
Well, no, because
It makes it more creepy when
Life-
you're just like, whoa.
life
Where you
doesn't
sit-
happen that way, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you're
Yeah.
walking around and something scary happens, you don't hear music
Yeah,
in the background.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile,
Sleepwalking again.
that was a sleepwalker. I like that. I like that there are different stories, enough different stories
Layers, yeah.
where
Different threads.
it could, like, you have enough different wells to go into
Yeah.
at any given time,
Yeah.
right? And yes, they've created a little too many backstories for my liking.
Okay.
But it provides a variety
Yeah.
for
What's happening to whom?
right.
And you don't not constantly pulling the same trick all the time.
She went to Narnia. Go.
Yeah. Well, more so than you think.
I need to get one of these UV lights. I really do. Because, you know, I need to live my life in just disgust of everything.
Just get some goggles on. You'll just see everything.
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of that little goat character or whatever the fuck he was? I always wanted his house with like a secret passageway.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go in there then. And what is this? Like, why was this built?
Yeah.
So maybe she got it from her room.
Yeah.
But this isn't the room with the circus theme, so I was confused. But I guess that makes sense that this is Rory's artifact or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Does it piss anybody else off that that this is not the Annabelle story? Like, the Annabelle story is completely irrelevant. Like, the only reason
it comes back in later, I believe.
But the only reason that it's there is a backstory for the Warrens.
Yeah.
Like, it's the, you know, in a buddy cop movie, it's the first crime that they solve before you realize, you know, that the actual story starts.
Oh.
Well, that had to fucking hurt. She'd be dead.
Knees would be
Lorraine is dead.
Cracked open or something.
Yeah, dead.
You know, walking nowhere.
Well, maybe Jesus saved her. Thank you, Jesus. Well, don't bang on the walls, you dumb dick. Just go in the basement. Oh, encyclopedias. Yes, I had that same one, World Book. It was my mom's set from the 70s.
Wow.
That's perfect. I wish we still had them. They were awesome. Like, I used to just, as a kid, like, pull out an encyclopedia and just flip through it. Like, it was so cool. Now we have the internet, so it's not as cool.
Yeah, just...
But, like, I'm so mad that Annabelle is what people remember and became a whole secondary franchise. Like... I was on board with the anthological, let's tell a story about each artifact in the room. Like, okay.
And they got greedy.
Well, yes! 110% greedy. That's the fat woman that hung her... not hung herself, but the other one.
That's
the one that killed herself in the basement.
The mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, the she that's everyone keeps referring to is the Salem witch trial descendant.
That would seem to be what they're referring
implying?
to.
Okay. And now she was a bigger lady. I don't think that she could have.
That's the witch.
Oh, the witch. But the witch hung herself outside.
Sure.
Not in the basement. The mom killed herself in the basement. What now we're intermixing? I'm not really trying to poo-poo on this movie. I think it's great. But
whoa.
Love that.
Uh-oh.
So that's the idea, is that he's going to take over Lili
And then kill all
and
the
then
kids.
have Lili kill the kids.
Yeah.
All because they're on her land.
I love this.
Oh, yeah.
That's
oh, my
great
God.
Work.
Look at that. Now that's a highlight film right there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're not a believer at this point,
Oh, yeah.
like, it's bowling for humans here. With
Oh.
Do you know how pissed I would be? It's like, fucking scalp me before you cut my hair off.
Like an old brute eye. Brute eye chopping off Lanny Poffo's freaking mullet.
Absolutely it was. Speaking of that,
No.
did you know at WrestleMania 6
Okay.
when Beaver cuts
Oh, yeah.
the hair?
We're in a business for himself.
Yeah, well, I think they were both in on it.
Okay.
But Randy was not.
Oh, no, don't. You didn't tell Randy ahead of time.
And Randy was hot.
Oh. Feels like it didn't take much to get Randy hot anyway.
It didn't. It didn't.
Woo. Don't mess with his family, man.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that shit, man.
Hi, Rory.
Fucking A. I love how that effect goes, man.
Then it just disappears.
Dissipates.
Yeah.
Gorgeous work.
Everything about this movie is gorgeous.
Mm.
Oh, that was her daughter. I see. Right, she's a clairvoyant.
Right.
That means you can see in the future and the past? What the fuck does that mean? Tell me what a clairvoyant is.
These two are so good together.
Look at that El Camino. That's a great car.
Uh-huh.
Look at the VW bus. Also a
Yeah.
great car. Goodrich tires. I can't tell what kind of car that is up on the rusty colored one there. Copper, maybe? Copper color? That's a great looking church.
Yeah. Nice freaking fountain, too. Nice dissolve.
Yes. Well done. Well
On
done.
the money.
Well done. Father Gordon, is it, that is developing the footage?
Reviewing it, anyway.
Oh, yeah, they said they get the footage to Father Gordon. So I guess he would have to be the one that approves the exorcism, and also possibly the one that holied the water.
Holied the water.
As such, since they're not paying us money for no reason, we will not help them.
Nothing in the collection jar.
Right. You fill up my hat, I will help you with your ghost. That's how transactional...
Sure. Faith.
Faith, yes. Transactional faith. Nailed it. Like, the whole point of Christianity is to, like, help thy neighbor, right?
Sure.
So, the fact that he even had to think about it...
Right.
Like, don't you just like altruistically want to present your goodwill on other folk.
Sure. Wallpaper's more subdued.
Yeah. It's
motel. Uh-oh. He's twitching.
Yeah, a little twitchy. A lot of toes out there for the grabbing. 307. Yank that foot.
Oh, this is the Warren's house, I thought.
Yeah. This is Judy, right? This is their daughter?
Yeah.
And now she smells the fart?
Oh, yeah.
Either way, I mean, look at the hallway wallpaper. Look at that floral. Good Christ.
It's a little much.
Like, everywhere you go, it's bad wallpaper.
Yeah. A lot of wallpaper.
Like, why would anybody...
It's a lot of wallpaper.
Why do people think this is a good idea?
Some idiot somewhere with some sort of clout tells you this shit, and then you buy into it.
And they put pictures of flowers.
5 years later, you're peeling this shit off the wall for a weekend.
Those pictures are of the exact same flowers. Is that a blank frame that's just over the wallpaper? You know what I mean? Like, there's no photo in there. It's just a clear, you see the wallpaper through the frame.
Someone in the art department's having some fun.
Like, this should be illegal.
Illegal.
It should.
The fashion police coming to your house.
God damn it.
Gotta check some boxes here.
Oh, Annabelle's fucking gone. Son of a bitch. Tell me that's not just a blank frame parked over the wallpaper.
Uh-oh. Or you can do with just some lights, man.
I mean,
a little dimmer on the light.
The dark red with the roses is way worse. But this is nice. Like, that's just a nice texture. A textured wallpaper.
Yeah. A wet bar over there.
That's certainly not a dry bar. Unless it's Sunday, of course, and then... This little girl's pretty good, too. Well, now, who are you? Like, that's creepy.
Yeah.
For sure. I get it. It's creepy. It's creepy imagery, but I don't... Oh, are they returning home at the exact moment? Of course. Look at... Oh, god damn it. Turn that light off. Like, this is nice.
The marble floor.
Yeah. I like the textured wallpapers.
Yeah.
This one, the cream one and that bluish one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yow.
Look out. That was very CGI.
A little bit.
Not good. I have a question. How would the little girl know that the doll's name is Annabelle? Why would they discuss that with their 7-year-old child? Why would they feel comfortable having this whole room in their house with a 7-year-old child?
Should be in a bunker out in the freaking yard.
Right, like in a storm cellar or something.
Something,
yeah, like a
those old bomb shelters.
Right. They just said they didn't know. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
I like this Christine girl. I know I've said that a couple times.
Sure.
She's my favorite of the kids.
This house has got so much clashing shit.
How do you stand to live in that room? God, that is a good-looking car.
It's one house with like 5 different wallpapers.
Well, every room has to be a
control.
different... Right. Every room has to have a different aesthetic. I get it. You're right. I really like their chemistry.
Oh, yeah. They're wonderful.
You know I love a boxy cop car.
Oh, yeah. The way to go. He's in the uniform now.
Well, he's on duty.
Yeah.
I said duty. Well, that's excessive. All right. Well, this at least it's consistent, right?
Yeah.
We're possessed the mom to kill the kids.
Yeah.
And I like that she took her back to the house.
Yeah.
Great question. Where's
Yeah.
April?
Oh,
So good.
Yeah. Yikes.
What a bump that was.
Wow.
How about an acting nomination for Lili?
Yeah, damn right.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
How is it? These stunt people are out of control. Good.
Oh, yeah, man.
How is it that horror is so underappreciated?
Yeah. Her too, man. Jesus, mother.
Nothing better happened to this guy.
I know. There's his spinoff.
God. Like, I love the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, lordy, lordy.
Bit her right on the cheek. There you go. They just had a rope laying around, you know.
Well, you gotta hang someone with something.
Well, sure you do. Sure you do. You can't hang yourself without rope. Although she had a big old pair of shears or something, right? Her Brutus the Barber Beefcake shears that she was trying to stab the kid
Yeah.
with. I fucking loved Brutus when I was a kid. I mean, I still do. I took a pair of garden shears and I put the paint. I did the red, white, and blue.
Man.
I put the tape around and I
Oh.
painted it red, white, and blue. So they were awesome. They both make a valid point, right?
Right. Because you were talking about something else when they were discussing it, but Ed was discussing it with Ron Livingston, the father over there, that there was that Lorraine had some sort of vision of something that just absolutely just terrified the crap out of her, and it was almost like a premonition of something that would end up happening to her later on, and he doesn't even want to know what it is. But he's terrified of the fact of putting her in a situation like this where it's going to come true.
That is a really interesting dynamic that he would say, like, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because then he would be preconditioned to
Almost
avoid...
paralyzed from doing anything.
Right. Now, where's the priest? I thought the priest was coming. Maybe it was too short notice, right? Like, this happened not...
Well, it's almost the fact that, like, well, I'm going to push it through, but we have to get permission from the Vatican. So it's like it can't happen overnight. So it's like, okay, we're in a situation we can't wait any longer. We just got to do it.
I don't know
regardless of the risk.
I don't know how they pulled that off, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
Just rattling the wall from behind, maybe?
Yeah, that's why it's all got to be soundstage stuff to be able to do any kind of mechanical things behind the scenes.
I wonder how they pulled off some of the other... Do you think there was just like a man in a green suit? Like,
I imagine there's a little bit of keying out some stuff like that for people who can
bounced
rust around and everything, yeah.
Like the pulling of the foot, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
probably something like that.
even this little subtle character. Also, by the way, the cinematography here, these
beautiful
tracking shots, like this is all one shot.
Oh yeah. Keep you in
and
space.
Here's the birds flying through the window again.
Yikes.
Tippi Hedren rolling over in her grave.
Yeesh. Nice.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry. Did that say he was speaking in Italian or Latin?
Latin, probably.
Okay. Because I was very confused why it wasn't Latin. It should be Latin. It is Latin. Good.
Yeah.
What if you don't speak Latin and you're just reading Latin?
You probably screw up the pronunciation like hell.
Right.
Oh.
Outstanding.
Oh. Nicely done. In fact, it's not even the full face. You just get a sliver.
Half
it's
face.
Enough.
Right.
It's like earlier when
that's where the Jews hide, under the floorboards. Go ahead.
Well, it's nice because, I mean, it's also the same thing when she was laying in the bed and the thing slowly crept over there. You only got like half the face.
Yeah. Well, how many times do we have to say that what you don't see is scarier than what you do?
And this knows just how much to show. What's enough? You don't have to go all the way with everything to show everything.
Going all the way is never fun.
Just creak the door open a little bit.
You don't need to go all the way.
No. Degrees, measures.
Again, silence.
Yeah.
Is it not perfect?
Yeah. It's like it's not doing anything you haven't seen done before, but not done as well as it's doing it here. With the advancements in effects and stuff like that, and cinematography, the technical qualities you can achieve now that you probably couldn't have achieved 30 years beforehand.
Like, what a mindfuck this whole thing is.
Yeah.
And I just love it.
Oh.
He almost went to Narnia.
Oh,
Better be careful, because it'll jump into somebody else, maybe you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good work on this.
Oh, what a good line!
Oh, that's a good bit with the shotgun.
The ghost can just shoot guns. I mean, hey, why not, right? Maybe that's how Kennedy died.
Uh-oh.
Oswald
Jig
and
is
two
up
ghosts. This house has so much hidden
Catacombs
space.
and
yeah,
everything,
like
yeah.
what? I don't understand. Now it's the people under the stairs.
Oh, Lord.
Not a great movie, in my opinion. Oh, Bathsheba, look at that. There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Bathsheba. That I think was really, really great.
Yeah.
When Lily's turns and it's Bathsheba.
Yeah.
How great are all of these actors?
Oh, yeah. Again, it's so good that they spent so much time developing the characters.
And look how bright and sunny that beach scene is.
Yeah.
Compared to, compared to the sepia tone of the whole other movie. Like, they just took all the filters off for that to make it as bright and happy.
Yeah.
And, fuck. I find it odd that the little girl is not, screaming bloody murder, that her mom is behaving as such. Oh, yeah.
Lord.
When I was a kid, my cousin Matt threw up a red slushie from 7-Eleven. And it looked like that all over the carpet. It was gross.
Oh.
So that's it? She just threw up the demon and now Bathsheba, I was going to say Bethesda, that's wrong. Bathsheba is... It's a little anticlimactic. But I'm okay with it.
It still kept everything focused on the characters and the family and what they've done to flesh out the relationships overall. So they hooked a bit of the crux on that.
You forget that the other three girls had no idea that any of that happened.
What the hell is going down here?
So I'm curious if this Conjuring, or if this story here with Lily and the girls in the farmhouse is the part that it's quote unquote based on the true story, or because I think they're the Warrens and the doll of some kind of doll. Maybe it wasn't called Annabelle, but there was a doll.
Yeah,
I think that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And
they made the doll look more creepy than it was in reality.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
But, is the
I think
doll...
it was actually like a Raggedy Ann doll.
That could be. I think you're right. You're right. And, if that's the whole basis of the, quote, true story, that they... And all of the rest of this is fiction that's just...
exaggerated.
Based on that little nugget... I don't know. I feel like you're duping America all over again.
Yeah, it's always from the true case files of the Warrens.
Right.
There's not much truth in, especially when you get in the next two films.
It's like saying
way off the edge.
It's like saying that
at most they're amalgamated portions of different stories thrown together for a semi-cohesive narrative.
It's like the Ed Gein thing that suddenly became
Silence of the
Chainsaw.
Lambs and Chainsaw and Psycho.
Right, all of those are the same guy.
Yeah, no. It just took a spark of inspiration from some ghastly thing someone did one time and went off in different directions with it.
Now,
he's going to run out of space soon, man.
Also, how do we know that the demon is in there?
Right.
She didn't throw up into the little box.
Right. We don't know for certain about any of that, no.
I mean, is it literally he's just stealing artifacts from houses? Like this.
I know what the story with the painting is.
This belonged in a haunted house at some point, so now it's mine. He's like a serial killer that takes a souvenir. He's the bad guy here. God, you lost me at God exists. I don't know.
Yeah.
Now the music box is playing. Make sure we get another shot of the doll at some point, I think.
I think might be right behind it.
Oh, the mirror. How? The mirror is spinning in a circle. Your view of the room should not be spinning in a circle.
Yeah, unless it's like some sort of warped lens.
Right. Well, they certainly beautified those people, didn't they? Like, they didn't cast ugly people.
Yeah.
Look at Judy there. Oh. Like a Wednesday Addams type.
Yeah.
All right, well, Chad Hayes and somebody Hayes.
Yeah.
The Hayes brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I struggle with this because I like it. And I like the imagery. I love the feel of it. I mean, it feels like 1971.
Oh, yeah.
It's
the best of them all.
Right. But I just don't. I don't believe.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
It's more of a like aesthetically pretty movie.
Yeah.
That has really, like, I'm more respectful of the imagery.
Yeah.
Like as a craft.
Yeah.
Like I watch it and I'm like, man, that looks so good. You good job, you people, for making her fly around the room by her hair or having the arms come out of the wall. Like that's scary and that's cool. But like, I don't buy that any of it's true.
No, I don't buy any of it's true either.
So I'm more appreciative of the art than I am the story. If that sums it up. Not much music here over the credits either.
No, just kind of a moody.
And this goddamn Annabelle, like, how did this become the thing? Like, everyone was like, oh, I need to know that story more. What? No, you don't.
No.
And I have a question. What was conjured exactly? Conjuring implies active current drawing of forces.
I had some other working title name on the scene. Let me see if I figure out what
who conjured what and in what real time.
Yeah, they were originally going to call it the Warren Files, which just sounds kind of generic.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
I don't know.
Conjuring at least sounds kind of broad to a certain degree, where you can kind of just slap it on a series of films.
Well, it's it's so generic. Like, so is Sinister. Like,
yeah, Sinister, I've heard a lot of people like, what was it really applied to in the film?
Why do we call it that?
Yeah,
right. Like, what is Conjuring? Like, if the word exorcism was involved in this, that would be different.
Yeah.
Possession.
Sure.
Yeah. Ghost house-ish, something or other.
Something,
Ooh,
yeah.
Ghost house. You've probably never seen Ghost House. It was a movie I rented a shitload in the 80s.
Nah.
I think it's German or something. Also has a creepy clown doll in it, and it's fucking awesome. God, I love it. I should loan it to you. Scream Factory put it out a while back as part of a double feature, and
Alvarez.
I snagged it right up.
Dan O'Reilly.
Dan O. Dan-O.
Dan-O.
All right. Tim Pope, set buyer. Good job, Pope.
The Pope. He worked on the film. He improved it.
Polar Bear Shaw? Like
Tom Jones Jr.
Well, it's
not good as Tom Jones Sr.
It's not unusual to
it's not unusual.
have a name like that, I suppose. Oh, Susan Beavis is a bad name.
Yes.
All right, well, I don't know. Like, I did fairly enjoy The Conjuring Part 2. You did not like that one as much?
I'm a little contentious about it.
Okay.
I think it's a little overpacked of a film.
Okay.
The fact we have differing opinions on the two different sequels makes
right,
a good discussion.
You enjoyed the third one way more than I did.
I like it more for the fact that it feels like an X-Files episode.
Well...
So...
Okay.
But anyway, we're going to space these out a little bit. So,
and
not right away.
Who knows? I mean...
We'll feel it through and see where it lands next.
Time of the Season is a great song. It was very happy and whatever at the beginning of the movie, and it really fit.
The Room Where You Sleep, written by Ryan Gosling. Probably not.
Well...
Not the,
no. Wilmington, North Carolina, yes.
He performs the songs wonderfully, though.
Gosling?
Gosling.
Dude, Gosling at the Oscars was fucking fire. Dude. Can we... Oh, my God. 2013. I can't get over this movie. It was 11 years ago. Son of a bitch. We're not doing any sort of anniversary coverage or anything. Like, we just did it to do it. But... and, well, anyway... We very much appreciate everyone watching along with our shenanigans again. I don't know what our tally is, but it's got to be...
We're getting up to close up to 200 on the...
Oh, my God. 200!
The full breadth of everything on the channel.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll see you next month.
Yep. Thanks much, guys. Take care.